How's it going, everybody? Here we are back in Pokemon Silver Part 12, and I have not recorded in, like, let me calculate this, 18 days for Pokemon Silver. Been getting on with other projects that I'm taking care of right now, but now it is time for us to focus in on Pokemon Silver and take care of what is ahead of us here in Part 12. Off screen, I did a lot of training with Zubat. I didn't do any with Croconaw or with Gatorade, but I got Zubat up to level 21. So he is getting up there, and I did a lot of my training here in Slowpoke. Well, I ran into a ton of Slowpokes along the way, and I'm hoping I can find one of those Slowpokes pretty quickly here, because here in Part 12, to lead us off, I'm going to be taking care of our Slowpoke business and capturing that guy. And I have like no PP with Swift or Bite, so won't be using those to knock out some of these Pokemon and get more experience points here along the way. I'm just going to be waiting and praying to run into that Slowpoke. I ran into a ton of Slowpoke, and Slowpoke's here on the first floor at our basement floor 1. There's two basement floors. Basement floor 1, they occur level 6 to 8 at a 15% occurrence rate only, but I ran into a ton of them. It was like a 40% occurrence rate, so hopefully I can duplicate that, but you know, it never works out like it does when you're playing off screen. I'm just sorry, it doesn't. I don't know if it's a psychological thing, and your mind tricks yourself to think that way, but I'm convinced it kind of does go a little bit better for you off screen than it does on screen. A lot of the time, I'm not saying all the time, but some of the time. So we're just going to keep walking around this upper plateau over here where there used to be a rocket member, leaving its nasty stench on this little plateau. And we're going to keep walking around for finding Slowpoke number 1. And I know this is part of the game, and I know I know you know that this is part of a game, looking for Pokemon. You may do that on your own time when you play through your own game, but you're not exactly looking forward to doing that when you watch someone play a walkthrough. I know that, but I want to play this game as complete as I can and capture all the Pokemon that are available to you on the game, and I want to be able to capture these Pokemon on screen, some of them for you guys, so you know where to go. Although it's kind of obvious that a Slowpoke is in Slowpoke Well, but maybe there's some non-believers. I don't know, where do they get these Slowpoke tales from? Here, but you might not believe me. Zubats, I've had enough of you. It's time the dice rolls on a Slowpoke for me. I wonder how what kind of machine they use to calculate the occurrence rates and to implement the occurrence rates. I would be interesting to see that. Is it like some sort of dice type thing, like they roll dice? And I mean, essentially, it's obviously not using dice, but that's what ends up happening. Gosh dang it, Zubat! Seen enough of you. I'm gonna see some more when I face my rival here, probably Part 13. But I don't want to see you right now. I want to go over to Kurt. I want to get my lure ball or whatever. Then I want to face Bugsy, Bugsman, and it's Scytha. I don't want to pour ketchup on its eyes, so it gets really mad at me. Same with Electabuzz. You ever seen that Pokemon anime episode? And that's one of the few that I have seen. I do have to say, I'm not a huge Pokemon anime follower, but I've seen like 4 or 5 in my time, and that was one of them. Scyther and Electabuzz going all haywire with the red ketchup in their eyes, like Matadoring it up. That's kind of weird. So, I always thought these guys kind of look like, I don't know exactly their names, but if you've ever played Super Mario Bros., the original one, there's a Slowpoke laying on its back, doing the backstroke. If you ever saw that Super Mario Bros. 1, or the first original one, it also came out for Game Boy Color, those little guys, when you play the underground levels, super effective, and it worked out keeping them alive for me there. That's what they look like. We have to jump on them. They're green. They're not Koopa shells. They're something else. They're like little bugs. I forgot what their names are. So we're going to use my Pokeball because it's a low enough level, and I could pull out Jigglypuff here in a little bit. Hopefully Slowpoke would use Growl or something. Yes, so love that pinkish color there, although that's kind of girly of me. I just love the pinkish color. Don't judge. So he's dopey. I would agree with that. Sweet sap leaks from its tail's tip. Although not nutritious, the tail is pleasant to chew on. So it's kind of like a drug. It's like a tobacco thing. That's kind of weird. So I'm just going to run outside now, go up this ladder, and we took care of our Slowpoke business. Now obviously we can't go to the second floor of the basement yet. We need Surf and Strength to get access to that. So now all that's left for us to do is deal with Pokemon trainer battles. One being taking out Bugsy And this is the morning right now, so good morning. Welcome to our Pokemon Center. And I'm going to keep Zubat out because I want to get him, I believe, Golbat evolves to a Golbat level 22, if I'm not mistaken. So I want to be able to get him up to a Golbat, and that would be a pretty high standard for a lot of opponent Pokemon to reach and not make it up to this early on in the game. So I'm going to go over to Kurt's house because I believe I haven't done that quite yet. And I'm going to get my lure ball, unless he already gave me the lure ball. Okay, yeah, I did. So, or he did. Alright, just finished your ball here. So we got a fastball, 98-mile-an-hour fastball registered on the radar, the gun. That turned out great. Try catching Pokemon with it. So fastballs are used to strike out hitters that have slow bats, and to get ahead in the count a lot of times. So we're going to use a white apricorn actually that will use to capture Pokemon that will run away quickly. So we're going to get this white apricorn, give it to him again. I love his little cushions that he sits on. It's pretty cool. I make balls from apricorns. Collect them from trees and bring them to me. I'll make balls out of them. You have an apricorn for me? Fine. I'll turn it into a Pokeball. He acts like he's this cool shot. I'll take you a day to make the ball. Come back for it later. So now that we have the ball business out of the way, I'm going to head into the gym now, which was originally blocked off from access. And face who I thought was a girl up until like 9 years of age, but is a boy, Bugsy. So let's see what this guy has to say. Yo, Challenger. Bugsy's young, but his knowledge of bug Pokemon is for real. It's going to be tough without my advice. Let's see. Bug Pokemon don't like fire. Flying type moves are super effective too. And so apparently I never talked to Monkey Man over here about that. So these two guys, May and I believe it's Amy and May. Is it? I'm not sure. 100% here. We'll see in a second. But this would normally be, yeah, it is. This would normally be a perfect time for a dual battle against in the third generation, but obviously the second generation didn't come up with that yet. But I really still do like second generation more. Its simplicity. And I'm just going to use Leech Life now. Probably it's not going to do much, but I don't want to be wasting Swift or Bite because I might need more of them later on. So I should get somewhat good experience points here. It's alright. Had better. He's going to use Spinarak now, which I do like the sprite of Spinarak here, the nice purple and blue. They did such a good job with color combinations here. The second generation. Part of the reason why it's so comforting and so inviting to play this game is just to see the colors sometimes. They're nice, creamy, cool colors, creative, nice combinations, aesthetically pleasing. So we defeated Amy and May now. Oh, double goodness and badness. So apparently they were pretty light in the pocketbook. May, our bug Pokemon lost. Oh, what a shame. Let's see what she says. You're really strong. Thank you. Well, I like Amy more. May is just a complainer. So another bug trainer. Bug Pokemon are cool and tough. I'll prove it to you. Would disagree with both, unless you're Scyther or Pinsir or Heracross. Those three bug Pokemon are nasty. And guess who else? Scizor. Alright, Scizor is freaking awesome. And if I had the ability to trade Pokemon here in this with these emulators easily, I would either go with the Steelix or the Scizor normally. Those were up there in my plans for my team before this walkthrough started, but I ended up ridding myself of those aspirations, and I went out for some other Pokemon. So surprisingly, that Caterpie gives me more experience points than those Spinarax and Ladybuzz do. And I believe some people say Spinark, or whatever, something like that. It's Spinarak because arachnid, spider, scientific name or whatever, spider. It's gonna throw a poison sting on me. Oh no. Not very effective, and I'm going to use Leech Life, like I said, trying to conserve my main powerhouse moves in Swift and Bite. That's scary. That's ridiculous. So, taking on Weedle, and getting not very much money from Al. You proved how tough you are, yeah. Bug trainers and swimmers usually don't give out that much money. They're so cool, but most girls don't like bug Pokemon. I don't know why, and that, again, supports why Bugsy's a boy, probably. They would be going against the grain for what the other trainers have been saying. Bug Pokemon evolve young, so they get stronger that much faster. Yes, but they don't stay stronger for very long. Yes, early on maybe. But doesn't that look like a the C4 icon from CNC Renegade right there next to that bug catcher? I don't know how many of you are familiar with that game, but it does look like the C4. Just gonna say right there, little C4 knocking at my door. Better not be. Get a little bite, chopping up weeds here, and down goes Weedle. Not like Frazier. Weedle's pretty lowly. And here's a Beedrill, and this is what he's probably saying about his Pokemon evolving very quickly. I always thought it was strange how the Beedrill came out of the Weedle, but who am I to judge? I would think a Weedle or a Caterpie solo run would be freaking amazing, but not a lot of people will probably jump into that. And this looks like it'll be a little bit of a grind against this Beedrill here. I could confuse it and debilitate it that much more, but Swift, pretty powerful against this guy, and Beedrill's missing, so I'm going to use Leech Life, and down goes that guy, and that could be enough experience points to get me over to level 22. Let's see. 408, and beautiful, notching me up to the next level. Pretty good speed, other stuff's pretty average at this point. And Kakuna is going to be pulled out now, so I'm actually one level higher than my starting guy, Gatorade, there, which is usually something I don't do a whole lot of. I try to keep my guys at the same level, but usually not higher than my starting guy, but that'll equal out later on. And down goes what would be the fourth trainer we've taken care of here, Benny, in Bugsy's gym. Just evolving isn't enough. What? Zubat is evolving? Ha, ha, ha. Cue the evolving talk here. Right when you say that, my Zubat jumping into the Golbat, and Golbat in his great colors. Look at that purple there. It just, it makes me want to eat it up. It just looks like a purple Laffy Taffy. But I don't like the sprite in general in terms of the shape of it. Because you take out the wings and the legs, it just looks like some weird gargoyle with no legs or arms. Pokemon become stronger if they evolve. Really? So I don't know if he was being like, I don't know what he was how he was constructing that statement there. That was very strange. We want to take a look at the stats real quick, see how much it's improved quite a bit. So now that Golbat's up to level 22, or Zubat, excuse me, I'm going to bring out Gatorade, and I'm going to use Gatorade to finish off the rest of these trainers here. You saved all the Slowpoke. You mighty. But my grown-up Pokemon are pretty tough too. I would beg to differ. Bring them on, but Crocodile's my man. Gatorade's my man. Alligator will be my guy here pretty soon, sometime in Goldenrod City, maybe. We'll see. So I'm gonna let's use Bite. Got similar learn set, sort of similar moves, both from Zubat or Golbat and Gatorade here with Bite. But Bite's awesome because it causes flinch very frequently. So Bite, don't underestimate Bite. It's also a Dark type move in second generation, which makes it that much better. So not much money again. I guess I should teach them better moves. Them, you only have one. You don't refer to one Pokemon as them. Just saying. So we're taking care of all the auxiliary trainers here in Bugsy's gym. And he's got a little shrub here. The biggest tree in the game, looks like. Definitely bigger than all the other trees you see, and he looks forest even. So I'd say this is the biggest tree in the game, which is cool that it's inside a gym. We can't cut it, unfortunately. So we're going to face green, crazy, green friendly Bugsy. I'm Bugsy. I never lose when it comes to bug Pokemon. My research is going to make me the authority on bug Pokemon. Let me demonstrate what I've learned from my studies. I think it's kind of cool that they're like trying to come up with like separate professors or masters in certain areas of study in Pokemon, which is kind of cool how they incorporate Pokemon as like an education almost. And imagine that being your education here in the real world. How I would love going to school. So Metapod sprite here in the Pokemon Silver is pretty cool. I do like Metapod's nice green, pretty cool angle of the Metapod as well. In the eyes, you can see the Butterfree trying to eke on through, but it can't quite finish that off. And I doubt I'll be making level 22 here in this battle. It does have a Scyther, but I still don't think that'll suffice. So bringing out Kakuna, level 14. I believe it's even a higher level than its Scyther. I believe Scyther's at level 13, possibly. I'm not 100% sure there. Maybe it's at 14, and I'm mistaken. But I'll look into capture some of these Bug-type Pokemon in the Goldenrod events in the National Park or whatever they call it. So here comes Scyther. False Swipe up into his. Not really. Great sprite there. Oh, it's a level 16, so I'm very wrong. Here comes Fury Cutter. Not working out for him there. Not working out for me either. So I'm going to pull out I could use Rage and get all crazy Brian Wilson style. I want to Rage right now, but I'm not. I'm going to bring out Water Gun, hopefully bring this guy down. And Scyther's obviously a Praying Mantis. Doesn't look entirely like it, though. Just because of the weird ant-like bottom to Scyther, if you can see between the legs there. So, whoa! Fury Cutter's getting powerful now. I believe it acts kind of like rollout, so it'll get progressively more powerful, and thankfully Water Gun was strong enough there, and boom, it does get me up to level 2, so I'm at par with my Golbat now, which is good. So we defeated Bugsy, and we got our second badge. So, whoa, amazing. You're an expert on Pokemon. My research isn't complete yet. Okay, you win. Take this badge. So, good money there, finally coming through for me. Brock received the Hive badge. Hive badge, with no space in between. Do you know the benefits of Hive badge? If you have it, Pokemon up to level 30 will obey you. Pokemon that no cut will be able to use it outside of battle too. Here, I also want you to have this. So we get TM49. TM49 is Fury Cutter. If you don't miss, it gets stronger every turn. The longer battle goes on, the better it gets. Isn't that great? I discovered it. Well, I think it's pretty cool. It's kind of like rollout in a sense. So you get 2 straight gym leaders that employ those types of moves in Whitney and Bugsy. Well done. That was a great clash of talented young trainers. With people like you, the future of Pokemon is bright. Why, thank you. That's very nice of you. And it's Thursday right now. I'm recording this on Thanksgiving. And, so I'm going to heal everybody up right now. I could go and see Arthur of Thursday. I'm going to check out how many repels I have. He is obviously in Violet City, so I'm going to try to make it over there in this part and go through Union Cave. And what is it, up like Route 32 or whatever it was. So do I have any repels, or am I not that far along in the game to have repels yet? Okay, so usually they don't like to foster avoiding Pokemon early in the game. The game generally wants you to train your Pokemon up more. But I'm going to take advantage of the repels that I do have, but I don't think that Mark's selling them here in Azalea Town. And I'm going to try to make it over to Arthur of Thursday, which I believe is on... it's a fruit-bearing tree. It's the poison carrot berry here. I want to get that every day, which I believe is on... Is it Roots? I'm trying to find it somewhere. Gosh, I'm striking out here trying to locate him. Alright, whatever. I believe it's like 36 or something. Something further than 31 or 2. So I'm going to go into Union Cave, hopefully make it within 20 minutes and get up to Arthur Thursday. I want to be able to start taking care of those day sisters, brothers, whatever, family, where you can get special items that will enhance the attack power of certain types of Pokemon when you give them the items. So I want to be able to start doing that now, because how I record, I mean, I'll forget about taking care of those errands throughout the game, and I'll forget about backtracking and doing that as well. So I want to be on the spot right now and be able to take care of these things one by one when I can, because I don't want to have to remember to come back to Violet City when I'm all the way getting sunny of Sunday or whatever in Blackthorn, because that's just not ideal. So here's a Bellsprout. I already got one of these guys, so I'm just going to ignore everything I see here. And I'm going to use my repel once I get back through Union Cave. I'm going to go through Union Cave off screen, so you don't have to worry about that. And we'll just begin part 13 in front of... So who's this? Joey again. The 4th time he's called me already. How are you Pokemon doing? My Rattata is really energetic. It's handful. Hey, listen, I almost caught Weedle the other day. Oh, it was so close too. Alright. So thanks for calling, but find something else to do. And I'm just going to begin part 13 right in front of Azalea Town's gym, Bugsy's gym. That's where we'll start, and then we'll take down my rival, Gold, and we'll go through Elix Forest, which is my favorite dungeon type in all the Pokemon games. There's just a majesty behind it, kind of like a mystery behind it, especially with Celebi watching over the forest. I can remember not knowing that it was Celebi that was watching over Elix Forest and thinking it was kind of spooky, and I kind of like how that evolved in my mind. So that's why it's my favorite. So I also like Mount Mortar as well. There's something about Mount Mortar that's kind of like underappreciated, but off in the distance with all the cool Merrills in there, and you know how it leads across from Ecruteak to Mahogany basically. So getting all the berries that you can is a good thing to do as you go along. And I believe Arthur should be up here, Arthur of Thursday. I believe he's up here. If I'm mistaken, then I've wasted your time. Arthur, who are you? I'm Arthur of Thursday. Here, you can have this. So we get the hard stone. Brock, put the hard stone in Item Pocket. A Pokemon that uses rock type moves should hold on to that. I pumps up rock type attack. So if I ever find the need for it, I will. But that's where you get Arthur of Thursday, and if you need it, that's where you can get it to beef up your rock type Pokemon. So thanks for watching part 12. I'll see you guys back in Azalea Town outside of the gym in part 13.